Hey everyone, Rachel here with a candle review today, part of my Simply Reviewed series where we go a little bit more simplistic in our scene here, a little less in-depth in the scent notes, but we are going to be talking about Bath & Body Works Strawberry Strudel. And I picked this one up recently, and in my haul video I had said that this was an influencer sort of driven by for me. I had been hearing a lot about this candle, a lot of people loving this one, and I wanted to see for myself, is this worth the hype? And I'm kind of torn. So is this worth the hype? I'm struggling with this one because scent-wise, I understand the hype. I do think the scent itself is very nice. Unfortunately, the performance here has been an issue, and we will talk a little bit more about that in a minute. But getting back to the scent, and I know I am not making a lot of friends with Bath & Body Works fans. I actually lost more subscribers with my Bath & Body Works haul video than I gained. So I'm probably not going to win over many of you again here today, but I have to be honest and real. But the scent itself, I do agree, is very nice. We've got notes here of fresh strawberry jam, flaky puff pastry, and sweet vanilla icing. So for me, the puff pastry is the star. The pastry note here, the bakery note is very nice. So if you are a bakery lover, I understand what your appeal is to this candle. The pastry note itself being a very sort of fluffy, yeasty, doughy sort of pastry note. And it does feel familiar to me in that maybe I've smelled it somewhere along the way in a similar candle. I know there was like a Hanukkah one that a lot of people were comparing this one to. I didn't have that one, but I do feel like I've smelled this sort of pastry note before. And I like it. It's a good pastry note. It's a very nice bakery true candle. There's not a lot of perfuminess or anything extra in there. We're focused on the bakery. Then we've got our strawberry jam, which I feel like the strawberry does take a little bit of a back seat to the pastry note here. And it definitely is jam versus jelly. It does have that jammy quality about it. And originally I had said it was almost a little bit of an artificial tone to this. And really what I think is a little bit better way to describe it is if you were to take fresh strawberry jam and you've put it on dough that is now going to be baked. The difference in that jam from fresh out of the jar versus having been baked, that's where I think that change is sort of taking place. I don't know if drier is necessarily the word, but it does lose a little bit of that fresh jelly quality to me. And it feels a little bit more condensed down and baked into that pastry note, where that pastry note really does kind of take that shine away from the strawberry, takes center stage, and kind of envelops it as if you were baking a strudel or a turnover or something in that pastry family. Sweet vanilla icing, I do feel is accurate. It's definitely more icing versus frosting. It's not a heavy icing note. It's not overly sweet and cloying. I'm really not having any problems with that at all. It does feel more in line with a slight vanilla glaze. And overall, this fragrance is very nice. I understand the hype because it is a nice fragrance. The problem I am having is in the performance piece. Now, I have not really watched any other reviews on this one since I picked it up. I was really just kind of going off a lot of the hype that I saw on Instagram. But has anyone else been having performance issues with this one? I, around the third burn, started noticing that this was turning very burnt smelling, that scorched burnt smell. And that kind of plagues a lot of Bath & Body Works candles for me. And usually it's a little bit deeper into the candle where I start to experience that. But this one started probably about the third burn. And mind you, I have kept my burns with this one short. For that reason, I do that with a lot of my Bath & Body Works candles where I don't like to let them go beyond 3 hours, sometimes even less, depending on the scent or how it's doing. So these were short burns. I wasn't even to the halfway point yet when I usually run into this sort of issue, but it was already starting to smell a little bit scorched. So yesterday, same thing. That was probably my fourth or fifth, I think it was my fifth burn. And then this, my sixth today. I lit this up and I had put it on my counter. I went to actually film something else and it was going not even 2 hours. And when I came back, the wax pool was essentially full of black murkiness. And I'm going to try to turn this candle so you can see. And I will also try to take like an overlay shot so maybe you can see it a little bit better. You can almost see it moving around a little bit in there as the wax moves. But I had photographed this before because I had planned on filming this today, and I will show you guys it was white. It was not discoloring despite that sort of burnt smell. And all of a sudden over the last 2 hours or so, it just kind of went poof. And I mean, I don't know what's going on, if this is a batch issue. My batch number here on this one was 5177M8AB. So let me know, has anybody else been experiencing that? On top of that issue with the like the dirtiness now and the scent changing, I have also noticed that the throw has not been the best. It's been a little bit more medium, not terrible, but it's been a little bit more on the lighter side, which usually I feel like the ones that are most popular for Bath & Body Works tend to be the stronger powerhouses. So just a little bit lighter than I was expecting. Doing okay. I don't need powerhouse candles, but I mean, it was in my kitchen, but really kind of having trouble beyond that. And just kind of in a sort of lighter, like 4-5 range, if we're being honest here. So I don't know, is it worth the hype? I mean, I get it. From the scent perspective, I do get it. And if you are having a better burn experience than I am, then I totally understand. But based on the experience that I am having, not something that I would be repurchasing again. So I don't know, I'm really torn with this one. And ultimately, this is like my Achilles heel with Bath & Body Works candles in general, where I like the scents, but I have performance issues. And I don't know, maybe I'm doing something wrong. I've been burning candles for a whole lot of years. And like I said, I try to be cautious with this one, but sometimes I think it just happens and there's nothing you can do. So please, if you have had trouble with this one, let me know in the comments. And if you haven't, you know, do you have a different batch number? Is it a batch thing? But thank you guys for taking the time to tune in to this video. And if you enjoyed this review and you want to see more in the future, make sure you subscribe to my channel. But either way, I thank you guys and I hope you have a great rest of your day.